Hey, Bears fans. Welcome into Chicago Bears Now. I am your host, Harrison Graham. Thanks to everybody who submitted their questions on our community post for today's Chicago Bears Mailbag. Got a lot of good questions. Can only pick so many of those, so if you didn't get your question answered, maybe that question will get answered on a new mailbag, or you can comment on this video by using hashtag Bears and asking your question right there, and maybe we will answer it on our next mailbag video. All right, let's start today's mailbag with Roseland Survivor asking, do you think Mitch will start after the bye week? Do I think Mitchell Trubisky will start after the bye week and when the Bears return against the Packers in Week 12? Well, let's just compare the quarterbacks. Trubisky and Foles, neither have been that great, but the more Foles plays, the more you got to wonder if they should have stuck with Trubisky from the beginning, because Foles has not been very good. 10 touchdowns against just 8 interceptions. Trubisky wasn't exactly lighting it up either. I do think at this point, if both are healthy, because remember, both are day-to-day with injuries, Foles with the hip pointer and Trubisky with the shoulder, if both are healthy, I think I would go back to Trubisky. What do you have to lose, right? You've lost 4 games in a row. You're going to lose a 5th game in a row? So what? I would go back to Trubisky, see what happens. I'd probably just play him the rest of the season. I don't think your quarterback of the future is on this roster anyway. So play the guy you drafted number 2 overall a couple of years ago, and he lights it up, great. If not, oh well, because you're probably going to draft a quarterback this year anyway. Like this video if you think Mitch Trubisky should start once he's healthy. Just click that thumbs up icon. I think we can get 1,000 likes on this video because I know you Bears fans want Trubisky to start. And honestly, at this point, I do too. I'm willing to go back to Trubisky because Nick Foles has been an absolute disaster. Not that it's all his fault. This offensive line sucks, but I would go back to Mitchell Trubisky. So like this video just like I am. And while you're doing that, get going with our sports betting partner, Bet Rivers. You can bet on all NFL games. The NBA is going to be back very soon. Bet on the NBA. Bet on the under for every Bears fan. That is my advice the rest of the season. For every Bears game, I should say. Go to chatsports.com/betil if you are in the state of Illinois. If you're in the state of Indiana, go to chatsports.com/betin. You can sign up for deposit from anywhere, but to actually place a bet, you must be in one of those states. So if it's Illinois, chatsports.com/betil, or if it's Indiana, chatsports.com/betin. Bet Rivers is going to match you up to $250 for a 100% deposit bonus. So get going with Bet Rivers. John Barrett is our next participant here using hashtag Bears. Is it good that we are trying out Deshone Kizer? If you missed this news, Kizer is working out for the Bears, which, sure, I guess. I mean, the guy only went 0-15 as a starter, a part of that Browns team a few years ago, and he was horrific. Now, I will say, Hugh Jackson sucks, so I'm not going to put it all on Deshone Kizer, but he just was not very good. That Browns team was one of the worst teams of all time. And he went 0-15 as a starter. If you think Deshone Kizer is going to come in here and save the day, I think you got another thing coming. You want to work him out, get some depth. Trubisky and Foles are hurt. Sure, got no problem with that. But I don't really have any strong opinions on working out Deshone Kizer other than I don't think he's a starting quarterback in the National Football League. But hey, I was going to say weirder things have happened, but quite honestly, I don't think they have. Deshone Kizer just does not have it. Who will be the Bears' Week 1 starting quarterback next year in 2021? This will be the pinned comment on today's video. You guys can reply, debate right there. Who will start Week 1 at quarterback next season for the Chicago Bears? Our next question comes from Brickwall Movie Production. Fire Pace or Nagy or both? Man, this is a tough one because you guys keep asking me this. I'm definitely on the Fire Pace bandwagon. I think I've seen enough. Not saying he hasn't done any good things at all, but I would say more bad than good with his decision-making on building this roster. Paid Robert Quinn $70 million after he had 1 good season after 5 bad seasons. That wasn't a good call. You know, the Trubisky thing he whiffed on, and fair or not, you get judged by how you draft, especially in the first round, and that has not gone so well. Roquan Smith is turning into a good pick. Kevin White got hurt and busted. I mean, I just feel like he's whiffed more than he's hit. And at the end of the day, you got to hit more than you miss as a general manager in the National Football League. And Ryan Pace has not done a good job. So I'm definitely Team Fire Pace. Matt Nagy, I'm on the fence. I would lean toward keeping him. I'd like to see what he could do with a quarterback, with someone he can draft and groom. But if you want to go in a different direction, I'm not really going to argue with you. So I will let you guys decide. You're the owner of the Bears. You are in charge. Who are you firing? Type MN for Matt Nagy, type RP for Ryan Pace, or type the letter B for both. Let me know. MN, RP, or B? Both? A lot of you guys are going to type your B's for both, but let me know what you guys think down in the comment section. Next up, Olivier Carvajal, let me know if I pronounced that right. Should we trade Khalil Mack after the season and get any package you can? So basically, I saw a couple of questions like this, like should the Bears, try to revamp their roster and get draft picks, get some assets and stuff like that. I'm not ready to trade Khalil Mack because this is a generational type of talent. He's having another huge season this year. By the way, you're actually not really saving that much money if you do so. He's still going to count a lot against your cap. Now you're going to get a first and maybe a second and an extra pick for him. So if you want to get good draft capital, I understand that, but I don't think I'm ready, to trade Khalil Mack. I have not reached that point of the Chicago Bears season, so I would not trade him. He's a great player. Khalil Mack is a really good player. I'll let you guys decide, though. What would you do with Khalil Mack? Type K for keep him, type T for trade him. If this is a 1-9 football team with no hope in the next couple of years, sure, trade him, get the draft assets. But I think this team is a couple of offensive linemen and a good quarterback away from being a legitimate contender. So I'm going to type my K for keep him. But if you want to trade him, you can go ahead and type T. And we have Chicago Bears face masks on sale for you guys. And you guys have probably been watching the news. The COVID cases have been going up as of late. So if I were you, I would get one of these Bears face masks. If you probably said, hey, I've had a face mask for a while. Well, yeah, but those wear down after a while, and they're less effective, and they get kind of gross and nasty. These are brand new, and you can rep the Bears while you are staying safe. So go to chatsports.com/Bears masks. That link will be in the comments. It'll be in the description. We have solo packs all the way up to 4-packs, as we have shown you on screen here. Take advantage. Chatsports.com/Bears masks. Again, that link is in the comments, in the description. You click on it, and you can shop today. All right, final question coming from Pablo Carrion. #Bears. Should we hire Eric Bieniemy for head coach and Colin as our quarterback? I'm guessing you're talking about Colin Kaepernick. Colin Kaepernick at this point has not played in the NFL in 4 years. Nothing against the guy. No problems with his stance and all that stuff. I just don't think quarterbacks can almost sit out for half a decade and then come back into the NFL and start. That's just my opinion. Not saying it's impossible. Just haven't seen it ever happen before. So, again, like any other player, if the Bears want to work him out, got no problem with that. Eric Bieniemy would be the first name on my short list if the Bears fire Matt Nagy. I'm not advocating for that. I'm not there yet. But he would be a part of my list, as I've shown you a couple of times. There's 4 or 5 guys here. Lincoln Riley, Brian DeBoll, Todd Bowles, Joe Brady, the Panthers offensive coordinator, I would have some interest in. Bieniemy would be my first guy, though. I would call him first and go from there. Do the Bears want to go back to the Andy Reid coaching tree, though? Maybe not. If they're moving on from Matt Nagy, they may not want to go to Eric Bieniemy. So we will just have to wait and see. I'll leave you with this question. Who will be the Bears head coach in 2021? Will it be Matt Nagy? Will it be Eric Bieniemy? Will it be someone else? Type in your answer. Who will be the Bears head coach in 2021? I'll leave you with that. We're signing off. Subscribe, turn on notifications so you never ever miss a video here on Chicago Bears Now.